Hey everybody, it's Linda, and I started practicing something and I decided to do a video while I'm doing it. It's going to be some flowers. It's going to look really cool. I'm using the Grabie paints again tonight, and I am painting in my sketchbook that I started last, I believe May. So I don't always paint in this, but I am tonight. So let me continue. So I put down some rose pink, I believe it is. And then I wet my brush and took off some of the paint. And I decided to do a video. So now I'm going into where I was. And I'm going to go grab some more paint because now it's wet, right? So I'm just going to splash a little paint here and let that work its way in here. This is a little dry. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to go around to the next one. And I'm just going to grab some paint again on my brush. If the paper's dry, and I'm just going to go around, and it looks like we have a little of the blue underneath in here. You can see my palette, and here we go. So I wet my brush, and now I'm going in with a wet brush that I took some of the paint off, and I'll blend that, what's left on my brush, wet it again, go back in. Now it's a little bit fainter, the color. My brush, get some more paint and just dab it around the corners. Go again and just dab and let it do its thing. Okay, let's move along and make sure that I am still in camera. Okay, here we go, moving along. Wet, dry it a little bit, get some paint and go in. And basically I'm doing the same thing all around with my brush. And then I wet it, take some paint off and go in, wet it again, took some paint off and just go like that. Wet it again and there. So basically why I keep wetting the brush is to take some of the paint off to give a different hue, a different, lightness. And I don't think I need to go around this. I'm gonna go leave it like that. Take some of that paint off like that. And then I'm just gonna take some of the paint off like that. Okay, there we go. Going around, doing the same thing. And just going around with the tip of my brush like that. And maybe just wet a little bit because it's felt dry. And just with the tip, go around like that. Then wet it, tap it on your towel, and go in like that. Like that. Okay, wet it again on your towel, and then just move the paint around. So you want each leaf to be a little different in value. Okay, so now we have the leaves. Next thing we want to do is we're going to go in with, dun, da, da, da. We're going to go in with some orange yellow here, and just very carefully go around like that. Wet your brush, dry it, and then just move the paint around like that. And it's okay if it bleeds into the flower. What I'd like to do is get some pink again, and just while it's wet, just go around the edge like that. Just go around the edge, tap, 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 and leave a little bit of that pink and let that do its thing. Okay, moving along, we're going to do the other flower. Since we know how to do this one, it's the same thing. We're just going to go around very gently on the outside, wet the brush because it was too dry. Hopefully it's not too wet now. There we go. And just move it around the outer edge. Very little bit of paint. Wet your brush, dry it, and then just go in there. You have plenty of paint on your brush, so you don't need to go get more paint. I'm going to wet that and really take off a lot of the paint here. And you can see it's still very, very dark. So what I want to do is just lift a little bit of the paint. Just a little bit. There we go. And I'm going to go in with a little bit of brush on my paint on my brush and do the same thing. So I'm going to finish the rest of this flower. Okay, I'm back. So I don't like the way this is going, so I'm going to move it a little bit. Take my brush, dry it off a little, and just do that. And move that like that. Okay, so next I'm going to go wipe that. There we go. So next I want to do the leaves. We're going to do these little flowers up here with some yellow. And I'm just going to make sure we're in camera. And we're just going to go over this with some yellow. And like so. The paper is dry, and of course the paint is wet. So I'm going to do the next one, and then we're going to paint the little buds that are on top. Like so. Let's do the next one. This one was kind of hard to get the little flower pods on top of this flower because it's so close to the inside there. Let's do this one. And then we'll let those dry and we'll go on to the leaves. Okay, there we go. I really like this, it's pretty. This would look nice in a bigger picture. Now, if you look, you'll probably have already noticed how kind of sloppy I was in here, but I'm going to utilize that sloppiness into my painting. And I'm going to be a little bit more careful. Okay, so we're going into the green, and I'll list the colors that I used in the description. Okay, here we go. We're going in. I think I want these to be more lighter green. And I think this is more like a lime green, which is like one of my favorite colors. Very pretty. And then I'm going to go in with some, like another green, and I'm just going to tap around and just give it a little like that. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's go around and do this one the same way. So I'll get that lime green. Too much on my brush. Okay, and here we go. Going in. Like that. these with my brush. Some more paint. And continue on. So today I was looking at some of my stuff, some leaves that I painted in the past and did a video on with the Derwent pencils, and I decided to doodle over them, and I think they came out really good. I actually like it better with the doodle. I'll show them. I hope I remember. I keep saying I'm going to show you guys stuff, and then I forget about it. Let's just in different places put some of that darker blue-green, and it just gives it a little more dimension. There we go. Okay, so we'll let that dry and we'll move down here, and I'm going to do different colored leaves. So we're going to get these blue-green. I'm going to go in here. Yeah. And like that. How pretty is that? Super pretty. Fun. So much fun. I love painting. Painting and doodling and crafting. So much fun. There we go. Let's finish this one over here. What a beautiful color. Very pretty. Okay, let's go back in there, get more paint, and let's do our stem. And we're just going to use the tip of the brush. Very easy. I'm going to go like that. And then maybe what I might do is just pick up another color, maybe that lime green, and just go over it with the lime. Why not? There we go. Just give it a little something differente. Okay, now let's go in with this green. Boy, I have used up a lot of greens. Seems like that's one of my favorite colors, and I don't know why I got this brown mixed in there. But you know what? It looks okay. We're gonna go with it. Sometimes mistakes can turn out to be positive. There we go. I'll bring you down there. Okay, where was I? I was in here. Somehow I got brown. I have no idea how that happened. Okay, there we go. Bring that stem out. And that one. And we're just gonna lightly go around this leaf. Just give it a little outline. Ta-da. Let's do the same thing with this one. You know, when you're painting, sometimes you can look at a painting and go back and go, God, I'm not done. I need to do more. And it happens. You can always find something Okay, and then let's go down and give it that. Let's give it some veins. Like that, little, just the tippy tip of your brush. Just the tip, the very point, and very lightly. There you go. And we'll do it down here with this one. Like that, and just outline a vein. There you go. Okay, let's move along. And I think I'm gonna come over to here. And I'm trying to think, what color do I'll get some, like an orangey. I'm not good at memorizing all the colors. There's so many colors in all these different palettes. And I think, oh, here it is. Oh, my goodness, my eyes are burning. Orange red. I think that's what I picked up. Orange red. So we're gonna go in here with some orange red. And then I'm gonna go in with some water and just push it. And the next one I'm going to do a little differently. Just going to move that water around. There we go. Okay, so the next one I'm going to wet it. I'm going to wet the paint. Wet the leaf. And then I'm going to go in with some paint. And I'm just going to drop it. Let's see what happens. Add a little bit more water. And now we're going to move on. And we're going to wet this leaf too. And this one. And we're going to go in with this orangey color. And then I'm going to splash some orange in here. I like this one. Yes, I do. Okay, and then I'm going to get this. I'm going to put that on the inside of this one. And in here. Blend it in. There you go. And we might as well do this one. Right? Right. Okay, let's move along and do these. Okay, so we're not going to do pink, but you know what? I might do this cinnamon, I think it's called. And it's got some blue in it. Let's see. Clean that off. Let me get the blue out. Okay, there's too much blue. It's hard sometimes working with these half pans because it's so easy to get the paints next to it into your paint. So there might be some blue in this. Wet that a little bit and then move it around. And same down here. And over here. And then I think I'm going to put some pink in it. Just like the pink that I dropped on the paper. So we'll get some of the pink and we'll just drop it around. just sporadically, you know, there's no, doesn't have to be in one spot, one particular spot rather. Just sporadically around. And these are just like whimsical fairy tale little flowers, leaves rather. Yeah. I'm gonna wipe my brush off, and I'm just gonna move that around like that. Let it blend. Okay. And then we have to find a good color to, let's go with a red ochre. Let's just do it. That was a very dry brush. And we're just gonna create our stems here. It's okay that that's bleeding into the leaves. Just like that. Okay. Let's go back up here and let's do these stems. I know I was over here, but it came out looking brown for some reason. I don't know why. So we're going to use this. Let's see how this comes out. There we go. Kind of a muddy look. All right, and then it wants those little round balls. Now what I want to do, is as best I can draw these little circles and do the best I can to fill them. And we're going to use the pink again. So we'll start over here. And we'll fill that. Wet the brush, not too much water. And then fill in those little circles on top. There we go. And like that. Okay, let me do the same thing over here. Take my brush out. And let's see. Put some circles here. And give them some pink little polka dots. Little make-believe flowers here. There we go. There. And we have to do the same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, got that. And then we're going to do these leaves. So let's see, we'll go in with some, what's this? And let's see what we come up with. It's a little dry, so I put some more water on my brush. Pretty. Looking a little bit too much like that one over there, so I'm going to take some of the paint up because I really didn't want that. And I went too close to this, so I'm going to try and pull that out as best I can. Okay, so let's wet that. I don't know if you heard that. It was thunder. And A lot of rain. Getting a lot of rain tonight. Boy, I live in Florida. If you're new to this channel, stopping by, it wasn't even a bad storm. Like, it wasn't, I think I heard it was a category 1 last week, and it just flooded areas of Sarasota so bad. It's shocking. And people are upset, really upset, because a lot of the cow land down here is all being sold, and the builders are buying it, and they're putting homes. And apparently there's not enough infrastructure. The storms, the rain from the storms have nowhere to go, so they're flooding areas where it's residential. I mean, the cars were underwater. I never heard of this down here like that. And especially on this side, on the West Coast. But now apparently it is getting really bad. And not far from where I live on the West Coast, they are building 5,600 homes. And it's not going to be good. Forget about going to the beach. And now they want to charge $16 an hour to park at the beach. Are you kidding me? There's people down here that go down there, they don't have no money, and they go to the beach as a place for their children and them, to have something. And now they've taken that away. It's terrible what's happening. And I don't blame people for wanting to live here. I do not blame them. I'm just saying that they're using up land that really was meant, I guess, to, for drainage and stuff like that. Ooh, I like the way that one came out. Best one, actually. Let's put a little blue in those. And so that's what's happening here. And the taxes are going up. Insurance is through the roof. Forget what's going to happen next after this storm, and the insurance companies, they're going to raise rates again. So, it's affecting everybody who has a mortgage, and it's just going to cost a lot of money for people to live here in this state. It's not going to be cheap. My HOA dues went up. I mean, it's like that everywhere. Every place is becoming more and more expensive. Food. I went through, I don't know if anybody's paying attention, but if you don't already have it, I highly recommend getting the Yucca app, YUKA. You'll find it on Play Store. I like this. Play Store, or on whatever the iPhone app thing is. I can't think right now. So I've been going through my son's pantry, and I talked to my daughter-in-law about the foods that, there's additives, chemical additives in the food. It's disgusting. It's like they're trying to give us cancer. Okay, so I'm getting a little carried away here, but I kind of like it. I really like the way that brown. That's not brown. What the heck is that? It is red ochre. Of course it is. Yeah, so that's what's going on. I actually, my son had pancake mix, right? Name brand. I looked it up. Highly toxic additives. I threw it out. And then what they do is they give you suggestions of better products that don't have the chemicals. So I wound up buying the other pancake mix. Okay, so what I do like are these little pink dots. So I'm gonna go in with my pen, not my pen. I always call my brush my pen. I don't know why. And I'm going to tap, tap. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I always do it. Tap, tap, tap. Yep, did it wrong. I'm gonna get some pink dots all over. And of course, I overdo it, but that's okay. I'm having fun. You do you, I'll do me. And I'm gonna let this dry for a minute, and then what I wanna do is maybe just a little black pen right here. Be right back. So while I was drying this, I noticed that some of my paint ran into here. I got so annoyed with myself for that. I tried to get it off. Ah, look at the mess. Okay, let me go change my water. Okay, so it's a mess. I'm gonna do something with it. I'm gonna let that dry. And I just wanna go around with my pen, with my brush there, and just do a little outlining of these flowers. Like that. And yeah, after I'm done, I will show you what I was doing today. Just sitting down doodling. And this one. Yeah, so that's what's going on, you know, with the food and everything. It's really very sad. Okie dokie. Don't worry about your lines being super straight. It's okay. It actually looks pretty cool. Let me make sure I am in camera. That would not be good if I wasn't. And there we go. Okay, so the flowers, I just want to do like a little bit here, maybe a little bit there, like that. Not the entire leaf, but just areas like that, just a little bit. That, and then come around. And like that. Just give it a little separation. How cute is that? And then maybe just go around the center of the flower like this. So you're not outlining every part of the leaf, you're just doing certain areas. And then like that. Do part of the leaf. Like that. Maybe go down here and just do like parts of it. Go around like that. Like that. Okay. Pretty cool. A lot I'm telling you, it's so much fun. It's addicting. Okay, just some of this, and we'll do some squigglies up here, like that. Okay, let's do the tips of these. There we go. And the center of this. Let's do the centers. The center vein. There we go. Give these some veins. Like that. And maybe we'll just do this in here. Like that. Let's go in here. How cute is that? And then we'll just do some little dots in the middle. Little freckle kind of things. There we go. And that, my friends, I think I got it all, is that. So, oh, I said I wanted to do something with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go incorporate this into a flower, one of these. So let me get my brush again and fix this. So we had the yellow, and we're just going to put the yellow in. Like that. And we're going to get some, I think it was red ochre. No, it wasn't. I don't remember, but we're just going to go in here like this. Whoops, wrong one. My eyes are burning me. Let me see if I have something. Go over this. Like that. Okay, and then we will go in with a little bit more yellow. Make it a little bit yellower. I'm going to dry that. So we'll just do our little squigglies. It's not 100% dried, but we're getting there. There we go. And we'll do one like that. So that one's coming off the page. Now, I think we're finished with this one, and I really like this. This came out so nice. Okay, so this is my sketchbook, and it is by, I forget how to pronounce it. Here it is. Tumarta. Right there. Tumarta. And I was playing around with my watercolor. This one I went over and did some doodling. This is what I wanted to show you. And then this one I went over with the pencils, and then I did some doodling over it. Totally different look. Not too crazy about this one. I like this one better. But yeah. And then I did this the other day. I was just playing around. And this was today's little activity. I really hope you enjoy painting. I want to thank you for stopping by my channel. I'm having a blast. I'm really having a lot of fun, and I absolutely enjoy it. I paint every single day, and I don't post every single day, but I do something every single day. And that's the key to getting better at anything that you do. So, you know, pick up some watercolor paints and just get at it and have fun. Don't worry. You know, enjoy yourself. All right, with that, have an amazing day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.